Have Melita Oletengis in Nyeri County. The Education Cabinet Secretary, Professor George Magoha, is inspecting the delivery and progress of the stimulus package for schools. The package includes the construction of desks, which the government had allocated 1.9 billion shillings to ensure that schools are supplied with desks, which will ensure that they comply with the Ministry of Health's guidelines and protocols on social distancing. Our reporter in Nyeri, as I said, Melita Oletengis is on ground. Melita, what was the Education Cabinet Secretary's assessment of the stimulus package implementation?
Olive, the Cabinet Secretary for Education, Professor George Magoha, has left this workshop just a minute ago, and he was inspecting the progress of the construction of the desks in line with the stimulus package that the government allocated schools about 1.9 billion shillings for the construction of over 600,000 desks. Remember, this is in line and in conformity with the Ministry of Health guidelines of social distancing in schools to stem the spread of coronavirus in those schools. But Olive, also to note, the Cabinet Secretary George Magoha has said that so far so good. He said that he's happy with the progress and delivery of these desks to school, but also he has actually come against some of the technicians or workshop owners who is saying are returning the forms for the tenders they were allocated, and they're saying this is to sabotage the whole process. And he's saying that he has actually come against that, asking them to actually deliver on the tenders that they have been allocated. Apart from that, Olive, the Cabinet Secretary has asked public schools, private schools, and international schools not to allow students whom the government has not allowed to return to school. He said that only grade 4, standard 8 and form 4 students are allowed in school as per now. This is what Cabinet Secretary George Magoha had to say in regards to that.
We have inspected them, and they are up to standard. In fact, they are extremely strong. I've compared them to what the school has. The school has good desks, but slightly smaller and in good condition. This is precisely what the government wants, that the stimulus package goes to benefit the youth at the sub-county level. And the sub-county commissioner is here somewhere. Yeah, so he's here with us. This project is being implemented jointly by the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Interior, and we are indeed very happy that I can now say that you should ignore the rumors and the naysayers who said that the desks have been awarded and they are not seeing desks. For the next 2 weeks, we are going to ensure that the desks have been made and delivered in all corners.
Olive, now the deadline for the construction of these desks was 19th October. So actually now the technicians and workshops owners are working past time. But the Cabinet Secretary has said that he will be going around the country to inspect and ensure that all the desks are actually delivered to the schools in time and ensure that students continue with learning. Back to you, Olive.
Thank you, Melita. I now move on to Nakuru.